birthday party, he asked me to borrow money to help him have the birthday party.
Okay.
He just wanted $1,000 for the party, and next thing I know, $2,800 later, I have to.
It's no secret she's the breadwinner in this relationship, Your Honor. But she always throws that in my face.
No, that you have him with him. I want to have the 5 years with him. I don't want to start all over again. That's too much. Around, you either marry me or you reimburse me. It's that simple. I have the ring already. All you got to do is get on your knees and propose.
Your Honor, she is not going to rob me of my manhood and demand that I'm going to do it that way. Time is right.
Take this one.
I have not even got.
Your Honor, this is the case of Thompson versus Williams.
Thank you very much. Ms. Thompson and Mr. Williams. Ms. Thompson, you say you're here in court today to give Mr. Williams an ultimatum. You say you've given him 5 years of your life, and now it's time for him to make a decision.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Williams, you say Ms. Thompson treats you like an outsider and a child. You say she is bringing more drama than peace into your life, and in order for you to even consider marriage, she's the one that needs to make some changes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, well, Ms. Thompson, how did we get here today?
Your Honor, we have been together for 5 years. We are already 10 years apart, so my baby-making years have expired. He plays games. He says he wants to have a baby and have a family. In the beginning of the relationship, that's all we talked about, is we're going to have a baby, we're going to have a relationship. Orval knows that I already had children. My children are grown, and I was a single mother all that time. So he knows that I want to be married before we have a baby. So he says he wants a baby, but every time we go to have sex, he wants to either use protection or he changes the subject.
Okay, well, if he uses protection, he very clearly is not trying to have a baby. So, Mr. Williams, tag, you're it.
I love my girlfriend. We've been together for 5 years, and I've invested so much in this relationship. When we first met each other, it was really just instant connection, instant physical attraction. There was a lot of passion, a lot of lust.
She's beautiful, absolutely
she's
beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And she loves you.
I love her so much, all of that. But I'm having second thoughts because over time I've been seeing like her behavior and her personality traits are coming out.
So you all have been together, as I said, for 5 years. You've actually been living together for 3 years. I would imagine that after those first 2 years, that's when you started talking about whether or not this is permanent. Is this going to be long-term? Are we moving to the next level? Ms. Thompson?
Your Honor, we had started talking about that initially in the beginning of the relationship.
So you were very clear
in year
that
number
you wanted
one.
a relationship. You were not interested in one of these hit it and quit it kind of situation.
No, Your Honor. And today he has two options: either marry me or reimburse me. That's it.
So Ms. Thompson is not playing with you right now, Mr. Williams?
Your Honor, I have every intention on marrying her, but I'm going to do it on my time.
Fair enough. Let's find out what has been happening over these last 5 years.
He's been misleading me. He's been misleading me. We went to a ring store. Let's talk about the ring store, Orval. We went to a ring store. We're in the ring store. While in there, he asked me to pick out a ring that I love. And he has the clerk put the ring to the side. The ring's only $3,000. He tells her he's going to propose to me very soon. And he has her put it to the side because he wants to make a payment plan.
And when was this?
A year and a half ago.
Ooh,
Still no ring. Still no ring. So he's playing games.
So something had to happen in that year and a half. So, Mr. Williams, when you all are in the ring store, clearly you were feeling it.
Yes.
What has happened between then and now?
She's making me feel like an outsider. She hasn't opened up to me as far as her family. She's been to all of my family gatherings. She's been to Christmases. She's been to Thanksgiving. She's been to all the cookouts. But when it comes time to be around her family, she really is trying to separate me from that. For example, she has 3 adult children. I've only met one of them. Her daughter called, and it's like when she calls her and talks to her, she doesn't want me to be included in the conversation.
Because it's her private conversation, Orval. It's her private conversation.
I understand,
she's allowed
but
to have
she's
a
trying to
private
keep me
conversation with her
One at a
mother.
time, please. One at a time.
She's trying to keep me away from her children, Your Honor. So her daughter was actually coming in town. I was very excited to get to meet, her children, because I'm really trying to get to know her in that type of way. So when it's time for her daughter to come, she's like, oh, I don't think this is a good time. And as a matter of fact, I think you should go stay with somebody else.
Actually, I asked you to stay on the couch because I didn't want her to see us shacking up.
Why do I have to stay on the couch if I'm paying bills in my own house?
You could have said
Your
no.
Honor?
You didn't have to leave the house, Orval.
So I had to leave my own house where I pay bills and stay with a friend for 4 days.
You did not have to leave, though. You could have just slept on the couch.
Here's a skit. So Orval, as she says, I know her. I've covered videos of her in the past. I'm gonna just keep it funky. You know what I'm saying? Chiffona, I believe, yeah, that's her name. She's it was at 35. She's done several skits. You know what type of man she's looking for and stuff like that. Very attractive woman. You know, double cheeked up. You know, obviously has. I think I even said she had a great body. She definitely has a great body, and you know, and the smile and everything. But you don't want to see us shacking up. Well, you shouldn't be shacking up. You know what I mean? She shouldn't be coming to visit if that's the case, unless you want to see that. Why would you move in? You know, that's kind of being a hypocrite. You want to instill certain things in her by her not seeing you shacking up. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not sleeping on the couch. I'm not doing none of that. Especially if I pay the bill, she's going to have to go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And the family, most men don't even really care when it comes to that. Most men prefer not to really deal with the family. But this guy's showing a genuine interest in getting to know. You got adult kids. They're adults. They got their own lives. This is our life. You know, so I'm not about to be making, you know, any type of arrangement or provide any type of concessions for these kids. And if you can't understand that, like, hey, let's go though.
I just want to be real clear about this. How old is your daughter?
She's 20.
Does she know that you are with this man?
Yes, Your Honor.
Y'all are living together and you have an adult daughter at 20 and you said you have 2 other adult children.
Yes, Your Honor.
Unless I miss my guess, they all know that you sleep with this man.
Right.
It's one thing to know it, Your Honor, but another thing for them to see it. So for me, I was trying to protect my daughter.
Are you ashamed of the relationship?
I'm not ashamed of the relationship. I'm ashamed of how he manipulates me and plays games. For example,
Miss Thompson, because you're the plaintiff, I have to ask you just some probing questions about what would make you not want your adult children to know about the extent.
The lack of a ring.
So you say, I'm not bringing my family into our relationship until I know it's a solid relationship.
Until I know it's serious. Yes,
okay.
Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I didn't look at her like this is my wife, why am I bringing her around my family?
But see, now I will tell you this. You cannot expect people who were not raised like you to react like you. For her family, she may say they don't want to meet Lottie Dottie and everybody. Some sound like your mom and daddy sound a little bit like mine.
I understand.
My nana said, why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? I'm already giving him the milk for free. He needs to step up.
If I'm marrying you, I'm marrying your family.
But you have not gave me a ring yet, or Val, where's the ring? They look at me like a joke because they feel like he's using me. For example, he has a way of manipulating me into feeling like I have to do something for him.
Explain to me what you're saying. Just 1 minute.
I'm a what?
She's extremely petty.
I'm a what?
And she's extremely
No, first of all, I'm talking. You talk, let me talk. You talk, let me talk, or Val?
One at a time, please.
I'm going to just ask Ms. Thompson to explain what she's saying. And Mr. Williams, trust me, you'll have an opportunity to respond.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Or Val decided he wanted to have a birthday party. His birthday is in April. For the birthday party, he asked me to borrow money to help him have the birthday party.
Okay.
He just wanted $1,000 for the party. And next thing I know, $2,800 later, I have paid for the entire party, including designer shoes and a belt that he wanted specifically. So I went ahead and agreed to that. A couple days later, when I asked him about the money and returning the money, it turns into a huge argument. I never get my funds back. And I just ended up letting it go because I did not want the headache of arguing.
So, Mr. Williams, did you or did you not go to Ms. Thompson and ask for $1,000 to help plan your birthday party? Yes or no?
Yes, because in our relationship, when it's her birthday or when it's time
when it
for
was
me
my
to get her
birthday
nails
or
done,
Val,
anything,
just 1 second.
I don't loan her money. You know what I'm saying? Anything I do for her, it's hers.
But when there's a contractual relationship, there needs to be a, quote, meeting of the minds. Y'all know what that means? That means that your mind needs to be met with her mind so everybody know what they're talking about.
Correct.
Okay? So in your mind, that $1,000 was supposed to be a loan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Agreement.
And the $1,000 went from $1,000 to $2,800.
How did the $1,000 supposed loan turn into $2,800?
Manipulation.
It wasn't no manipulation. It was my birthday. I'm expecting that, like I do for her, that she's going to take care of it for me. For example, I'm always spending money on her, and a lot of times my money goes wasted.
As long as you
like
believe
for
it.
instance, on Valentine's Day, I had a couples massage. already paid for. Okay, we head to the couples massage. While we're there, she's just having a bad attitude the entire time, not enjoying herself. She ruined the entire Valentine's Day. And to top it off, when we got home, she didn't even want to have sex with me.
Val, you are sitting here not even telling the whole story. Let's tell the entire story.
That's
First of all, prior to Valentine's Day, I let him know, hey, I'm not feeling so good. Let's plan something for inside. I'm not feeling well. I don't want to celebrate this year. I know that my cycle's starting. You know that my cycle's starting because I'm telling you this.
Did you know that her time of the month?
No, I did not. She said she had a headache.
I have a note here that
we get into that, right? So I stand corrected for those of you who've been watching. She's 43 years old. I missed that at the beginning because this is my first time watching this. So there's almost a 10-year difference in age. So this is a younger man dating an older woman that already has kids. He hasn't stated that he doesn't have kids. This goes along with what I'm saying. I don't know what the distribution of funds is, but a lot of times you're not really going to see a younger man spending a lot of money on an older woman. You see, she was spending money on him in terms of that, even though he says he has spent money. He had to, she said, borrow money for his birthday party. He had to borrow money for the birthday party. So there's a lot of things going on. She is getting up in age, and she's been with this guy since she was, what, 38, 39, whatever have you. You know, so Buddy's just there, and Buddy knows he's, hey, I'm in my prime at this point. She is past her prime, even though she is an attractive woman, especially for 43. You know, but baby, I mean, if we having too many issues, man, I ain't got no kids. Even though her kids are grown, I need to skedaddle. You know what I'm saying? You either get with the program or get lost. You know, especially if you starting arguments and stuff like that. But let's go.
some complaints because you feel that you've been manipulated financially. Now, I've heard about the birthday party. Was there anything else in particular?
Yes, Your Honor. Val had been walking around the house for weeks. His mouth was hurting him bad. He asked me to find him a dentist, which I did. And suddenly, I'm paying the dental bill. $800. He left his wallet at home, doesn't have insurance, and I felt manipulated. You knew before you left the house that you didn't have your wallet. You knew that you did not have medical insurance. Why would you not tell me this ahead of time? We're supposed to be a team.
Mr.
Right,
Williams,
she got that money back.
did you know you didn't have health insurance?
No, Your Honor.
So you thought you had health
Yes,
insurance?
yes, Your Honor.
I have to tell you something. From my perspective, there's only a couple things that I can make sure I keep up with. And that health insurance happens to be one, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. I think his mouth was hurting so bad that he just really wanted to manipulate and get it done however he could.
My God.
That's not the only time you use me, Val.
I'm all the times that I'm paid for you.
When?
Like, for instance, we went on, it was another restaurant date. Had it planned. Reservations at 6 o'clock.
That wasn't even about me.
Chiffona is always late. I had to put down a partial payment just to secure the reservation.
Right.
We get there, we're late. They took our table away. So we couldn't even do that. So that was another time that I have been pouring money into you and wasting the money.
Pouring change into me.
Change. And and this is another thing. She does stuff like that. She always, it's no secret. It's no secret she's the breadwinner in this relationship, Your Honor. But she always throws that in my face.
No, that's your term.
She always throws that in my face.
That is your term. She's the breadwinner. She's the bread. I don't want to be the breadwinner.
She always throws that in my face. For another time, I was buying a car. I didn't have enough money for the down payment. At the time, we were sharing cars. I needed a car. She like, I'm going to give you the money. I'm backed in the corner. I need a car. Sure enough, we get into an argument because she wanted me to go get something. I didn't have enough time to go get it. So then she was like, oh, you wouldn't even have a car if I didn't give you the money.
It was true.
So
she's constantly making me feel like I'm a child and making me feel less of a man. When I'm giving her my
excuse me, Your Honor.
Excuse me, Miss Thompson.
Yes.
Nobody can make you feel like a child unless you act like a child. And a grown-ass man is supposed to be taking care of his own bills. I'm sorry. I apologize. It sounds biased. But you're looking at a sister right here that takes care of herself. You don't need to be on anybody's national television telling the world that your woman is the breadwinner. Like you say it with some pride. No, y'all supposed to be doing this together.
And that's how he set up the relationship. Had me thinking that that's what he wanted from me. And that's what he wanted.
That's what I've been striving to do.
You know, I've been keeping this list. And Robert, you know exactly where I'm going.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's time for me to review the star signs.
Get ready.
The star signs that you dating a user. They always let you pick up the check. You always have to come to their rescue. They're always asking for favors. You start to resent them. Your emotional needs are never considered, let alone met. They never make you feel appreciated. Your family and friends have concerns about the relationship. They are selectively nice to you. They borrow money from you. They are actually the one in charge because you are being a doormat. I'm letting you know. I'm looking you in the face because you brought this case
But
here.
it's been 5 years.
Before she gets into that star list is just a Pookie list, ladies. Y'all ladies know who y'all dealing with for the day. And she's dealing with a Pookie. As much as attention that she gets, and I know she does skits, and I think she's an actress in movies and stuff like that, and she's 43, she's got a great body, it seems to have a personality and all that, but she's dealing with a Pookie. This will always end up in resentment, as I always say. Anytime a man is being taken care of by a woman, the resentment goes both ways. The resentment goes both ways. He resents her for taking care of him, and she resents him that she has to take care of him. So he will end up doing, sometimes even cheating, that she may not even know about. But hey, that's what women like. And then they end up blaming all men, or saying men ain't ish, men ain't that. But they deal with the same type of guy. But let's finish this up.
Been 5 years. Is you're not losing the whole 5 years. You're gaining the next 5 years. You are gaining the
But I want to have them with him. I want to have the 5 years with him. I don't want to start all over again. That's too much.
Right.
It's too much. And you know what? Right, what? You agree?
Yes, I want to be with you, but
Then you know what? No, you know what? Around, you either marry me or you reimburse me. It's that simple. I have the ring already. All you got to do is get on your knees and propose.
Your Honor, she is not going to rob me of my manhood and demand that I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to get a ring. I'm going to propose to her when the time is right.
Take this one.
I have not even got to build a relationship with her family.
In case no one else has figured this out, y'all are not compatible. You are living in a fantasy world, baby. In a fantasy world.
Your Honor,
This is not your husband.
Your Honor, I spent so much time invested in him.
Your
It's not
boyfriend.
fair. It's not fair.
It may not be fair, but it's true. Baby, he is not your husband.
Please.
And you are not going to sit here on this room with me and cry over somebody that does not deserve your tears. Absolutely not.
Are you saying you don't want me?
I do want to marry.
Man, listen, man. Pookie is always undefeated. Now, fellas, you try to take a woman like this out, show her a good time, show her that you're willing to, even though Buddy said that he was helping pay the bills, he said she's the breadwinner, so it seems more than likely that she's paying the bulk of the bills. But let's say you go in, you want to have a good time with her, you want to take care of her, you want to show her great things, she won't give you the time of day. But women fall into these agreements with these men and think it's cool when they take care of them or whatever, because they want to have some kind of control. I think that's what it is at the end of the day. And they like the excitement, the ups and downs and all this foolishness, which women will try to argue with me about this all the time. But the fact that there are women proposing, there are women that are trying to force men, the man's just not ready. If he wanted to marry you, he would. It's not that he's a user, he could be, but basically he's like, I'm gonna get what I can get out of this now. If he was really a user, he would have wifed you, and knowing that you got more than him. You know what I'm saying? That's just not the case. This is maybe just a temporary thing. Dude is 34, she's 43. They've been together, living together 3 years, been together 5. So at this point, maybe Buddy's just, he's just waiting to get his stuff together. Maybe it's taking a little bit longer than it should. You know what I'm saying? So, and maybe she just doesn't hit enough things on that checklist for him to say that he wants to wife her. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he thinks that there's more out there. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Linktree to book a one-on-one with yours truly. Purchase all my books, merch, t-shirts. Helps to support the channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. with that being said, much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next video that's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm out of here. Peace.